Hello, I'm Quinny. Welcome to the channel. In this video today, guys, if you're new to SoRare, this is going to be the apex of any strategy that you're looking to deploy or whatever, is how can you win Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. In the video, guys, we're going to be breaking down exactly what divisions you can find them in, what the kind of average score is in each division that will get you in amongst the prizes for them, what's required, all that kind of stuff. At any point, guys, in the video, if you laugh, you learn something, you have fun, whatever, please do me a big favour. Hit that like button down below, helps everybody else find us, and that is much appreciated. And if you find you've watched a few of these things already, please do subscribe below. Let's have fun, guys. Let's get stuck into it. Now, there's arguments and debates and cases for there to be other cards that would be in the top 3 most valuable, I would say. Of course there is. But I don't care who you are. If you're joining the platform today, tomorrow, yesterday, whatever, the main players that you're looking at is quite simply Neymar, Mbappe and Messi. And when you're coming on, your first objective is, of course, to get your free card from however you've signed up. Links down below if you need one of them to get started, to get your free card once you've bought a few from the auction 5. But you're going to get that up and running. You're going to get a little ETH grinding team together. But, the pie in the sky, the dream you're aiming for is bagging a card that is worth fucking tons. That is what you want to be winning when you were getting on the podium. If you get top 3 in a division, you want to be making sure you're getting the cards you want, the best cards available, the cards you deem the most valuable. And these, by and large, are widely accepted as the best 3, the top 3 to be winning in the prize pools on a game week. Now, each of them has 4 scarcities where they're available. Unique, where there's only one of them. They do not go into prize pools. Super rares, there's 10 issued every season, and 5 of them will be in the prize pool, 5 of them will be on auction. So each of these guys has got 5 super rares out there to be won in the star, because they will be star super rare category. Same with the rares, star rares also, and limiteds, okay, which again, star category for all, because they will be at the pinnacle of the prize pools in every division going. As you can see on the marketplace, this is the full extent of how many of them are available to be bought. There's a little special anniversary Neymar out there, which is listed for 200 ETH. That's something. So a little special Mbappe as well. So, there's not that many of them. As you can see, that's the end of the page. That's how many are available on the secondary market. At point of recording, on the primary market, the auctions, there's only 3 limiteds, 1 of each, and then I think there's 1 rare. So like 4 cards. So because they are so expensive and so highly sought after, they always have competitive auctions at every price point. It's easy to say at this stage. Each one of them offers their own special collectability value, as well as SO5 impact, as well as just real world kind of currency. If you're like, I've got a Messi, I've got a Neymar, I've got an Mbappe, these guys are the absolute creme de la creme. There's no 2 ways about it. So I've broke it down into a nice little visual. Now, I've done another video where I kind of break down the requirements you need for all these divisions and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to know a little bit more about the makeup, the entry requirements, that kind of thing into each of these divisions, there'll be a video linked in the top right hand side of the screen now that will direct you to that, okay? But otherwise, this is basically the points you kind of need to be getting into the star rare category on a weekend game week. Now, what I'm using for these figures is the last weekend game week we had, because it's every game week that we go into, it's the biggest game week ever. We've always got more clubs on, more players are available and playing, etc, etc. So it's basically the most accurate barometer. Now, the reason that is an accurate barometer at point of recording is because the reward structure that's on offer at SoRare is dynamic, and that means the bigger the game week, the more prizes they pay out, and the less, the smaller the game week, the less the less prizes are in the pool to be won. So the weekends are always going to be the biggest number one. And as this video sits on the internet or whatever, the divisions should only get bigger. They should only be licensing more teams, So the spots, there should be more coming on. Whether in that situation the scores become a bit more competitive, we'll soon see over time. But overall, I think these numbers kind of paint a fair enough picture. So in Division 5, as you'll see just above where it says D5, it's only limited cards you can play there. It's only limited cards you can win. And to get into All-Star Division 5 top 10 will get you an RNG chance, random number generation, to get one of these cards if they're in the prize pool. Obviously check the prize pools every game week to make sure they're in there, because what happens in the prize pools also is once Mbappe has been won from Global Under 23 Division 5, he will not be back in the prize pool for 6 game weeks, okay? And that's to make sure that there's a fair amount of them as the season pans out. They don't all just get one in the first month or whatever. In Champion Euro, it's the same, but it's with all 3 of them. So you might have in one game week Messi, Neymar and Mbappe. The podium or who gets the positions, in Division 5 for limited ones. So let's say only one of them came out on the RNG, the other 2 stay there, the other one goes on a 6-week hiatus, and etc, etc. So you might find they're in sync at some points and they're out of sync at other points. And when they are in sync at certain points is when it's going to be super competitive, because you've just got a much bigger chance of getting one of them, And it's the same with all these divisions for all the scarcities. Now, for the rares, you can start fishing for them in Division 4 and Division 3. And oddly, Champion Euro Division 4 is actually a little bit easier points-wise for... Oh, sorry, I've got my lines crossed up when I've said that, sorry. But what I was thinking about, I beg your pardon, is, was Division 3. So Division 3 in All-Star versus Champion Euro D4, the difference in points required. It's mainly because there's more positions paid out there, and that's always an interesting detail to be paying attention to in terms of how big the star category allotment is in a division. And subsequently, the points you require is a little bit less. But you're looking at around the 400 plus marks to be getting into the rares, and I'm looking at D4 under 23s also for Mbappe only. Of course, Messi and Neymar are not under 23 themselves. And for the super rares, if you are going to be fishing for them, you need to be winning divisions at the top end of the game. Which is no mean feat. It will not be cheap, and it will not happen on a regular occurrence, unless there's 1 or 2 accounts that do seem to dominate at that level. But by the by, the rares and the limiteds is definitely a chance most people can be shooting for on those scores. Now, what does that look like? So shooting over 400 is going to look better than this. Okay, so this is the last game week I've just come out of. 402 points caught on Global All-Star, but as you can see from the graph, it was like, I think it was like 420 or 420 to get into the star category pool. But getting over that 400 mark, if that's something you're going to be setting as a kind of line in the sand, we're aiming for over 400 when you're doing your maths and you're working out. You need your super rares to hit, you need your captain to hit, you need everything to go, you need a clean sheet. This is a kind of score you would be looking to beat in All-Star Division 3 to be getting into that kind of prize category. On that table, you'll have seen as well that to get into the prizes in Champion Euro, you need to be shooting over 450. Now, I don't think I've actually done that ever in Champion Euro, but I know quite recently I was quite sore that I didn't bag a prize. This score, I got 405. 405, this is D3 Champion Euro, and it just shows you how hard it is to win in that division. That's 405 points, no reward. And to be getting into the categories, to be pulling out Messi's and Mbappe's and whatever from Division 3 Champion Euro, you need to be beating a team like this. Now, like I said, I'm not sure if I'd hit 400 in Champion Euro, but I had to go way back. I had to go way back. This is Champion Euro D4. I managed to hit just under 410, and you can see how good that kind of score looks at D4 level, full of rares. It's not that easy. You got to nail the captain, got to get the clean sheet, got to get goal scorers and decisive actions all over the pitch. And All-Star Division 2 is the only region, or the only super rare that's available to be won below the D1 level at the moment. And you can see you really need to get about 500 to get number 1 to win it. And I managed to get kind of close this game week with a rare goalkeeper, which, typically in this lineup you could have a unique as well. And you could have 4 super rares in a unique, whereas I went in with 4 super rares in a rare. So, that's the kind of level. You can see the scores there with the multipliers and the captain selection, etc. What you're kind of looking to build towards to get in amongst it with a super rare, if you're lucky that they're in the prize pool and you can win All-Star Division 2. Now guys, on my channel we go through this every live stream that we do on a Monday and a Thursday. We talk tactics for the game week, where to be playing our cards, what prize pools we're targeting, what things excite us, what's going for my strategy. Live chat's always full of different strategies, views and opinions, which always makes the streams amazing, guys. So if you're ever in doubt and you're not too sure what's going on, normally at 10 o'clock British summertime, BST or GMT, depending on if it's daylight savings or whatever, on a Monday and a Thursday we do live streams. We go through this stuff live in action as the game week pans out. Hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Good luck with getting Messi, Neymar and Mbappe. I hope you do well. If you do it and you've seen this video before you've done it, I would absolutely love you to drop a comment down below when that happens saying Boom, done it, and what your score was, what game week it was, all that stuff, guys. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. YouTube's about to show you some other stuff I've made that YouTube thinks you might like to watch now.
It's the time.